Hello, it's Bailey and welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting the vlog that I talked about in my TBR video, in which I will be reading 3 books from my TBR I owned before the year started, and I random letter generated a letter and I got B, so I'm reading books with author last name B. And the first one I'm going to start for this vlog is We Need to Do Something by Max Booth III. This is like a very short book. I think it's only like 150 pages, so I'm hoping to read this whole thing today. We are having like family photos done, newborn photos done. It's like an in-home, more like family session today, so I definitely have some cleaning I need to do to get ready for that. Perks of it being an in-home thing, I need my house to look decent at least. I did also start Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, which will be part of this vlog. That's kind of the ebook I currently have going, but I have not made significant progress and that's not my priority today, so I'll probably talk about that later on, but I'm going to go ahead and start this. Okay, I am 50 pages into We Need to Do Something, and I didn't really know what this was about before I went into it, but now I do. Basically, this family, there is a believed to be a tornado at this point that goes through the town, and so they like locked themselves in the bathroom, as you're supposed to do when a tornado happens if you don't have a basement. But a tree falls on their house, so they're now stuck in the bathroom, and like nobody has came to save them, and it's been like quite a bit of time, like a week at this point I think. And it's really just interesting with the family dynamic. Like the dad is super crude and like a huge racist and just like not a good guy. He's like swearing at the son, who is not very old, but we're following the main character's perspective. I'm not sure how old she is, but I'm also believing that she is in like a same-sex relationship with a girl, and she's like kind of having an inner monologue about like some of the stuff her dad says and how he absolutely would not like accept her. And we're starting to wonder like why nobody has came to help them yet. Like a week is quite a long time for nobody to be like, hey, there's a tree on this house, and nobody's seen the family. And the dad's kind of like speculating on something bigger having happened, and yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on, but I'm a third of the way through, so onward I go. I've changed my shirt in every clip so far, but this has all been the same day. I did just finish We Need to Do Something, and I ended up giving it 3 stars. This is horror by it being like that they're stuck in this bathroom in general. There's also definitely more to it than that. If you are scared of snakes at all, that's a thing in this book. And also they eat something that really just made me like really sick to my stomach. Not something I would ever probably eat even if I had to. I'm landing on 3 stars because this has like the most open ending ever. Like there's no conclusion in the end, and I really just don't enjoy that. Like I want answers, but I did really like the like writing style, and I enjoyed like the type of horror that this was, so I would read from this author again. I just really do not like it. Literally just ended, which irritates me so bad. I am going to continue right away tonight/tomorrow with Shadow and Bone, and then I'll probably take a break before I read the final book for this vlog, like a week break. I have another vlog I need to do, but for now I am gonna immediately continue with Shadow and Bone. I'm like 30 pages into it maybe right now, so nothing to say yet. Good morning. I have gotten about a third of the way through Shadow and Bone this morning, just kind of hanging out, and I remembered a lot less of this than I thought. There's like characters that I completely forgot even existed. Basically what I remembered is like the fold, the shadow fold, and then like the Mal versus the Darkling situation, but other than that there's not much that I remember of this. I don't remember exactly when I read this for the first time. I would guess probably like 2015, 2014, 2015. I'm not sure. I should probably go look at that. But it is decent enough so far. It's not like the best thing ever. I'm having an okay time. I do think I decided though, I was going to start The Darkest Minds as well, but I think instead of doing that, I'm actually going to read the second book in this series as the 3rd book for this vlog. I just don't want to be starting that many series, so I should just make more progress in the one that I did decide to start. So instead of reading The Darkest Minds, I'm gonna be reading Shadow and Bone, and then the second one, which I believe is called Siege and Storm, or that might be the third, whatever the second book in this series is called. I was coming to you to film an update because I'm like 75 pages into Siege and Storm, and I realized I never wrapped up my final thoughts on Shadow and Bone. So quickly, I did end up lowering my rating on Shadow and Bone to 3 stars. I ended up feeling just like it's way more of like a basic plot line than I probably thought the first time I read it. It's just not that original. Again, not having a bad time, it's just not like outstanding. But continuing the series, the second book here is definitely more of like a journey book, which typically isn't my favorite thing, but again, not having the worst time ever. I'm mostly rereading this series as a desire to continue on with her other work, not as like I really wanted to reread this and think it's really good. So I'm not surprised at all on my thoughts on the series so far. I am here to actually close out this video because I did last night, in the middle of the night, because we have not been sleeping well, finish Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. So I'm not going to talk much about the plot. I know I didn't talk that much about the plot of Shadow and Bone in itself either, but I'm going to talk more about, you know, how this is making me feel and how I feel about the writing style. Mostly, I think in like this last month, I'm really realizing that I don't like fantasy that is like a fast-moving timeline, or that follows a lot of time where you don't really know how much time is passing. I had this issue really in the Poppy War, and I'm enjoying these more than that. I don't remember anything from the series, by the way. Like, rereading these, I don't recall hardly anything, but I think that I need to read some fantasy that is more like a day-to-day based. Sorry, Huck is barking. Chris just pulled in the driveway. So I guess that's something I'm learning about myself. Maybe. What are you doing? I also think that this series definitely follows like the chosen one trope, and then every single guy that our main character Alina is like in contact with is a potential love interest and just instantly wants to kiss her. And I don't know, I just think that's like a YA fantasy trope like of the times. I don't think that that happens as much now. It's just the whole like love triangle thing, and this isn't even really a love triangle. There's just so like everybody is interested in her. So I don't know. I ended up giving the second one also 3 stars, but it's a little bit higher rated than Shadow and Bone was. So I'm almost done with the trilogy. I'm not sure when I'm gonna get to, what's the last one called? Ruin and Rising. Hopefully soon. It's nice to kind of just like binge a series, and I would like to do that more. Even though I know in this next week or so I'm gonna be starting like 2 more fantasy series. So not sure why I'm doing this to myself. I do also just want to touch on that these videos are just a way for me to get through my own TBR that I owned before 2022, and I obviously need to read more than 3 books from my TBR before that each month. So this gets 3 out of the way, but I am reading more from that stack throughout the month. But thank you so much for spending some time with me this week, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.